There's something you need to hear today. Something most people ignore for years, sometimes for an entire lifetime. No human being on this planet walks through life feeling strong, focused, and perfect every single day. No one. Not the successful people, not the wealthy, not the confident, not the ones you admire on social media. Every single person you've ever looked up to has had moments when they felt lost, broken, confused, and completely disconnected from their purpose. And you know what? That's okay. That's human. Because the truth is this, we all fall. We all lose our way. We all drift from the path we were meant to walk. But here's the difference that determines the trajectory of your entire life. Some people stay lost forever, and some people find their way back. Which one will you be? The real battle is not what you think. Most people think they feel unhappy because of their circumstances. But Eckhart Tolle said something powerful. The primary cause of unhappiness is never the situation, but your thoughts about it. Let that sink in. It's not the failure that destroys you. It's what you think about that failure. It's not the rejection that breaks you. It's the story you tell yourself after it happens. Your reality is not shaped by what you've been through. Your reality is shaped by how you interpret what you've been through. Change the meaning and you change your future. Change the story and you change your identity. Change your thoughts and you change your entire life. That's where getting back on the right path begins. Step 1. Write down your reason why you want to get back on track. You want to stop feeling lost? Then start with this. Write down your reason why. Not in your head. Not in your heart. Write it. See it. Face it. Because when you know your reason why, you don't need motivation. You don't need inspiration. You don't need someone to push you or remind you who you are. Your why becomes the engine that wakes you up early, keeps you up late, and refuses to let you quit on yourself. Ask yourself, why must I win? Why must I grow? Why must I get healthy? Why must I change my attitude? Why must I fix my habits, my discipline, my life? Who am I doing this for? Is it your children, your future, your legacy, your parents, or the version of you who went through hell and deserves something better? Your why becomes the fire beneath everything you do. It makes you stronger in the struggle. It makes you patient in the process. It makes you unstoppable on the journey. You will still have low moments. You will still get tired, but you will never, ever stay down. Step 2. Truly know that life is short. If you want to find direction again, you must understand something deeply. Life is short. Not in a cliche way, not in a motivational poster way, but in a real sobering wake you up kind of way. Most of the things you're stressing about right now, most of the things that are stealing your peace it will not matter at the end of your life. Think about that. Life is short. So why waste it being angry? Why waste it comparing yourself to others? Why waste it living small, living afraid, living lost? When you understand, truly understand, that your time on this earth is limited, everything becomes clearer. You stop chasing approval. You stop overthinking. You stop holding grudges. You stop waiting for the right time. You start living. You start choosing. You start aligning. You start becoming the person you were born to become. Ask yourself, how do I want to be remembered? What do I want my life to stand for? How should I live today so that my future self will be proud? When you deeply feel the reality of life's fragility, you stop drifting, and you start directing your life again. Step 3. Feed your mind with something powerful. You cannot stay on the right path if your mind is constantly fed with negativity. You lose your way when you absorb what most people absorb: negative news, petty arguments, drama, comparison, fear. You find your way when you do what most people will never do. You intentionally feed your mind with positivity, discipline, clarity, and purpose? Books, podcasts, self-development videos, mentors, anything that pulls you forward instead of holding you down. Because the mind is like the body. What you feed it determines how strong it becomes. And there's one more thing. One of the most powerful forces on earth. Gratitude. Not fake gratitude. Not write 3 things in a journal gratitude. But deep soul-level gratitude. The kind of gratitude that reminds you, I already have enough. I already am enough. And everything else I build from here is a bonus. Gratitude keeps you grounded. Gratitude keeps you humble. Gratitude keeps you on the right path. You've already begun the journey. You've remembered your why. You've felt the weight and the gift of how short life truly is. You've started feeding your mind with something powerful, something positive, something worthy of who you're becoming. But there's another truth you need to understand. A truth most people ignore. Your body leads your mind just as much as your mind leads your body. When you feel lost, unfocused, overwhelmed, or disconnected from your purpose, your body is speaking to you. Your energy, your posture, your movement, they all play a role in shaping your clarity. That brings us to the next step. Step 4, move. Let your body lead your mind. Science has proven this again and again. Motion creates emotion. When you move, when you sweat, when you breathe deeply, your body releases chemicals that shift your mood, sharpen your thoughts, and elevate your entire state of mind. Think about the times you felt your lowest. Your shoulders were probably slumped, your head tilted down, your breathing shallow, your steps slow. Your body was literally reflecting your mind. But here's the part people forget. You can reverse it. You can use your body to change your mind. Go for a run. Hit the gym. Walk outside. Stretch. Lift weights. Do something that makes your physical state come alive. Because the moment your body shifts, your mind follows. And you don't need to become an athlete. You don't need to break records. You don't need a perfect workout routine. You just need to move. You need to interrupt the physical state that keeps you stuck. You need to remind your body and your brain what strength feels like. Do this daily, even if it's simple. Consistency builds power. Discipline builds identity. And identity determines direction. If you want to stay on the right path, build a body that supports your mission. A body that tells your mind, I am not someone who stays down, I rise. Step 5. Know exactly where you want to go. You cannot stay on the right path if you don't know where the path is leading. So ask yourself, where do I actually want to go? Not where society wants you to go. Not where your family wants you to go. Not where your past self expected you to go. Where you want to go. Because goals are more than dreams. Goals are directions. Goals are maps. Goals are instructions for the universe. Without goals, you drift. With goals, you align. But listen carefully. Your goals must be specific. I want more money is not a goal. I want to be happier is not a goal. I want to get healthy is not a goal. Those are wishes. Real goals sound like this. I will earn $100,000 by December 31st. I will reach 12% body fat by June 1st. I will read 24 books this year. I will save $20,000 for a home. I will start the business I've been dreaming of by September. Specific, clear, measurable, time-bound. And just as important, you must define how you will achieve it. If you want to earn more, what skill will you learn? If you want to get fit, what habits must you commit to? If you want to improve your mindset, what content must you consume? And what content must you avoid? Your goals become real when you connect them with action. Write them down, say them out loud, visualize them, feel them, honor them. Because once you know where you're going, it becomes almost impossible to lose your way. You'll still experience setbacks, you'll still face challenges, you'll still get tired, but you won't be lost. You'll be learning, you'll be growing, you'll be progressing. And progress, no matter how small, is the greatest feeling in the world. Life will test you, and that's a good thing. Let's be honest. The moment you decide to get back on track, the moment you redefine your goals, the moment you choose to grow, life will test you. You'll face situations that pull you backward. You'll meet people who doubt you. You'll fight habits that try to drag you into the past. Your old identity will whisper, "Come back. This is who you've always been." But hear me now. When life tests you, it's not punishing you, it's preparing you. Every obstacle is sharpening you. Every challenge is shaping you. Every delay is training you to receive the future you've asked for. You cannot become stronger without resistance. You cannot become wiser without mistakes. You cannot become who you're meant to be without letting parts of you die. You are not being tested because you're weak. You are being tested because you're getting ready for something bigger. Stay in the fight. Stay committed. Stay aligned with your why. Stay focused on where you're going because you're closer than you think, closer than you feel, closer than you realize. This is your turning point. Most people don't get a moment like this. Most people drift through life in silence, never questioning why they feel lost, never choosing a direction, never reclaiming their path. But you're here, you're listening, you're waking up, you're choosing to change. This is your turning point. Not someday, not next year, not when life becomes easier. Right now, this is the moment when everything shifts, when you begin to rise again, when you return to the path that was always meant for you. You've come this far, you've remembered your purpose, you've felt life's urgency. You've strengthened your mind, you've moved your body, you've defined your direction. Now there's one more truth you must accept. A truth that separates the people who transform their lives from the people who stay stuck forever. It's this: you will lose your way again. Not because you're weak, not because you're broken, but because you're human. Life isn't a straight path. It's not a perfect line. It's a constant cycle of realignment, rediscovery, and recommitment. The goal isn't to never get lost again. The goal is to become the kind of person who always finds their way back. Let's talk about how. The power of realignment. There will be days when you wake up full of clarity and direction, and days when you don't even know why you feel empty, tired, or disconnected. And that's normal. That's part of the process. Getting back on the right path is not about perfection. It's about awareness. The moment you notice your energy is slipping, the moment you see your discipline fading, the moment you feel your old habits creeping in, you don't panic. You don't label yourself a failure. You don't pretend everything is falling apart. You realign. You pause. You breathe. You recommit. You tell yourself, "I've done it before. I know how to get back on track. And I'm doing it again, right now." You don't need perfection to win. You just need consistency. You just need awareness. You just need to return faster than you fall. Your identity shapes your destiny. Most people fail because they try to change their behavior without changing their identity. They say things like, I want to get fit. I want to make more money. I want to be disciplined. I want to be confident. But deep down, they still see themselves as the person who procrastinates, who quits, who avoids discomfort, who stays lost. And identity always wins. But here's the breakthrough. You can choose your identity. You can rewrite who you are. You can decide starting today what kind of person you will be. A person who shows up. A person who stays focused. A person who grows. A person who walks their path with purpose and clarity. You want to stay on the right path? Stop telling yourself the old story. You are not the person who gave up yesterday. You are not the mistakes you made. You are not the fears you've held on to. You are who you choose to be today. And you choose to rise. When the world pushes you, push back. Life will always push you. Sometimes gently, sometimes violently, sometimes in ways you never saw coming. A betrayal, a failure, a financial hit, a breakup, a sudden loss, a wave of doubt that hits you out of nowhere. And every time life pushes you, you have two choices. Let it knock you off track or push back harder. This doesn't mean forcing everything. It doesn't mean fighting life itself. It means refusing to surrender your direction, refusing to collapse inward, refusing to shut down the moment things get hard. Because here's the truth, most people don't lose their path because life gets difficult. They lose it because they stop fighting. Not you, not anymore. You've come too far. You've grown too much. You've survived too many storms to break now. When life pushes you, you stand taller. You breathe deeper. You reconnect with your why. You remind yourself where you're going. You push back with purpose, with clarity, with strength, with identity. But your future is built by what you do next. Here's something powerful you need to remember. Your past does not define you. Your failures do not define you. Your low moments do not define you. Even the years when you felt completely lost, they do not define you. Only one thing defines you, what you choose to do next, right now, in this moment, with this breath. You're not stuck. You're not lost forever. You're not out of time. You are one decision away from realignment, from direction, from clarity, from becoming everything you were always meant to become. It doesn't matter how long you were off track. It matters that you're ready to return, because life rewards those who refuse to quit on themselves. The person you're becoming is worth the fight. Look at everything you've been through. Look at the battles you've survived. Look at the strength you've built. Strength you didn't even know you had. You didn't come this far to stay lost. You didn't endure all that pain for nothing. You didn't carry all that weight just to give up now. You're rebuilding yourself. You're rediscovering your purpose. You're realigning with your path. You're becoming someone powerful, someone focused, someone disciplined. The person you're becoming, they're worth the struggle. They're worth the commitment. They're worth the fight. And one day, sooner than you think, you will look back and realize every setback, every disappointment, every confusing moment, every time you felt lost, it was all leading you here, to clarity, to purpose, to strength, to direction, to the path that was always meant for you. Ending statement, the final push. So here's my message to you. You are not lost. You are learning. You are not behind. You are building. You are not broken. You are becoming. And from this moment forward, you walk with purpose. You walk with intention. You walk with discipline. You walk with your head high, your shoulders back, and your eyes forward. Because you are back on the right path, and nothing, not fear, not doubt, not failure, not the past, nothing will stop you now.